Yo, welcome back. I'm Stub D, and this is
PD the CEO.
Yo,
We are
Big Black and
and
Unsuccessful. What's
once
up?
again. Yo,
Happy New Year, niggas.
It's a new year. What's happening? Y'all still on the same shit? They still on the same shit? What you got going on? You done took a shot of that?
Woo! Some gas. That shit
serious?
That shit was serious. That's like 100 proof. I ain't gonna do that.
That's my first time seeing him do that. So
yeah, and he's been around me a long time.
Obviously, he done took something serious.
Oh my gosh. What's up, y'all? Oh man. That was serious. Man. Guess what? I ain't taking a sip of that no more this episode.
Hey, that must have been for real right there.
That been gas. Y'all see how it look? Look how it look. That's like 93 octane.
Okay. That's in that mason jar. That must be that shine.
Yeah, it's that third degree shine.
Word.
You know, you can only have been killed and brought back to life to sip out of this jar.
I feel that. I ain't there yet.
Oh, man.
I ain't planning on getting there though.
Yeah, but you know.
What's popping, people? You know what I'm saying? This Big Black and Unsuccessful, man. Like, we done been successfully doing this thing consistently for a while now. Yeah. Congratulations, son. You know what I'm saying?
My dog, yeah.
Listen, I know...
it's popular, too.
I know a lot of rappers is going into the podcast realm of things, and I hear...
No, it's not just rappers.
It's everybody.
I can walk around. Why?
It's everybody.
I can walk around because this is our studio. We're not paying for nobody's time or none of that bullshit. This is our shit. So anyway.
But I just want to say, man, it's the reason why we decided to do what we was doing is because everywhere we went, we was entertaining to motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We was bringing niggas' numbers up everywhere we went.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it be separately or especially together.
Yeah.
So it only made sense for us to do this. You know what I'm saying? For people who know us, y'all already know, man. Like we kind of flow together. People view us in the same light. You know. Yeah. They want to say what's the word? What? Assholes.
Assholes by nature. Shouts out to the boys in Houston.
We get results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody
we get
fucking
results.
playing, man.
But
nobody playing, man.
What you feel about this new year, man? What you think it's gonna bring to you? You know
what I'm saying? I need to do this. Hey y'all, boy, 2020, it's gonna be a new year, new me. Yeah. Oh man, I'm changing up everything. I'm changing my circles. Anybody wanna hear that fucking shit?
Yeah, you would have already started.
You would have been started. Whatever you're doing now is what the fuck you gonna be doing when the calendar
We just finished discussing the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we are where we are now because we was consistently doing it before the new year came in. Your mindset got to change on what you want to do long before a date hits the calendar. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have goals. So for people who have goals and really got shit that they really want to accomplish, like that's cool. But like waiting on a date, like tomorrow I'm gonna start losing weight.
Man,
like,
listen,
nah, that's not gonna happen.
Son, I've been supposed to quit cigarettes 2 years ago.
So
on the date that I was supposed to quit, I went and bought a pack.
You kept choosing the date.
That's the wrong way to do it.
Choosing the date.
That's the wrong way to do it to me.
I feel that.
And this is the last of my nasty vices. But you know.
Listen, mine is fast food, my nigga, and I need to let that shit go.
Oh, you still
I gotta let that go,
still
bro.
Jim and Nick's connoisseur?
That's too much money. Listen, Jim and Nick's ain't even like that. Ain't even the bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see what I can remember. Jim and Nick's, Zach's,
my nigga. Jim and Nick's, exactly. Nigga, y'all ain't paying us. But anyway, I need to let
I'm sorry.
I need to let all y'all go.
Oh shit!
All y'all gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what was we talking about before we started?
Man, you was getting into talking about
this from that 93. This from that 93 gas. Jesus Christ!
You was talking about all the things that we couldn't do going into this new era that we doing because of technology and different things.
Oh yeah. I know it seemed like we always harping on, but this our shit. So what? Dog, I just sit sometimes and be amazed that we are going into 2020.
Right.
And when we were in school, 2020, 2025, was the future.
Yeah.
In the books we were using for lessons. Right. And we are literally here.
Yeah.
Literally. The only thing really missing in my eyes is flying cars and using a flux capacitor. And then that's old school, because if you ain't on goddamn Back to the Future, you ain't know what the fuck I'm talking about to stop it.
That's like, that's like the young people at the job. You throw out a little joke or old school thing, they be like,
huh?
Pull up on them in the forklift like, yo, you got any Grey Poupon? They be like, huh?
Yeah.
You ain't know enough for that shit?
Yeah.
The commercial?
That's what I'm talking about. Really, that's what I'm really talking about. And then people wonder why it's a disconnect between certain eras. Like, I'm coming to the realization that the shit I used to do or not get away with but earned and whatever, that shit don't work in this era.
Nah.
These little niggas don't give a shit about who you was, what you did, how many heads you bust, how many guns you bust. These niggas don't give a fuck.
Look at Tekashi. That nigga about to come home and have a career.
Already signed a $10 million deal.
Nigga snitched on the whole clique. Now, granted, them niggas knew better. They knew not to have that.
Was they clout grabbing?
I think so. The whole thing is like, all right, think about it. Birdman, blood. Yeah. Lil Wayne, blood.
But when he first hit, that nigga was wearing a blue rag.
All of them niggas was wearing blue rags, but that's my point. And I ain't even want to like call out gang names and shit like that because I ain't affiliated with names.
Nothing.
But my point is, all of these, Chris Brown, all these niggas paid their way into some shit for protection.
I don't think they paid their way in. I think they got extorted.
Either way. But you ain't see them other niggas around them or them other niggas having them do dirt or them other niggas being involved in the activity.
But them niggas wouldn't have to do dirt because they're the money machine and they keep everybody around them paid.
Whereas Tekashi's situation, he was in the shit. He wasn't doing it, but he was
was trying to.
But listen, he right next to them niggas saying on the internet, on live, hey, I got 20 racks on his head.
Okay, he's a fucking idiot. But Breezy and them, I'm not gonna lie. If I was in that bracket,
right,
I wouldn't have the street dudes like that. I'd have them white boys with them licenses that could pull out and blast like that.
Like Charlamagne said, I got a white man to kill you in a minute.
Yeah, fuck all that other shit. White man.
But that's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, all them cats claiming the gang, and whether they was extorted in or not. You know what I'm saying? The gang activity stays away from them. So that way, if a nigga go to jail because of gang activity, it ain't, Chris Brown paid these cats and got money on the street. That shit
been going on. I'm gonna use Pac as a reference, but it been going on before that.
Right.
If you keep them certain type of dude, that's why that crazy shit be happening at their crib. A chick got raped or sexually assaulted at Chris Brown's house.
But it's a totally different thing from Tekashi. Because see, what you saying is just regular gang life, right?
Yeah.
As far as celebrities. The problem with Shotty them is they literally had this nigga involved and engaged.
Yeah, they had him in the mix. And this nigga had a camera the whole time.
All they had to do is, all right, we going to the BET Awards. We want to look tough. All right, get the fellas together. Let's look tough.
Somebody give Tekashi a camera.
We going to every action be calculated. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gonna have you around none of the mess. So you can't snitch. But that's my point. Had they been smart about it, they wouldn't have had him around none of the mess, none of the drama, none of that nonsense.
Yeah.
That way, when the shit hit the fan,
was he a puppet? He wasn't a man. He can't tell nobody, I ain't fucking with that. Fuck you.
He was a puppet. He was doing what worked for him. And it was, for him, he was a kid playing a game. So yeah, he responsible for his actions, but they responsible for theirs too. You ain't want the whole gang to go down? Well then don't put the whole gang in a position to go down.
The shit, but going back and listening and looking at all the shit, this, that, and the third, that young boy was a plant.
Yeah.
And, y'all excuse me, 93 octane. Jesus. But anywho, he was a plant. And then the sad thing about it was, for them to plant him, them boys must have been popping.
Yeah.
In New York.
But that's the thing about it. Now the whole clique gone. And who about to come back on the street next year?
Him. He got off like a fat rat. He
You
didn't
know what
let
I'm
it tell him.
Nah, that goes back to what you were saying. The shit that meant something to us don't mean a damn thing to these young cats. They don't care nothing about no rules. They don't care nothing about no respect. And we talk about that a lot here. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even going to dwell on that. But I will say, going into this new age and this new time, you about to be the Wild West. You already the Wild West.
Yeah.
Cause see, them rules and them standards and the things that we live by, they maintain order within the streets.
Yeah.
So you don't got that no more. Now you got the Wild West, and now you got, us old cats as parents saying, damn, why they kill my man? Why they kill my son? Why they kill my daughter? Why they kill my lady? And there's no reason for it. There's no justification. It wasn't for money. It wasn't for territory. It wasn't for anything that meant anything.
Other than that flam ass clout. That clout shit. Just like, I was looking at the news reports last night. You can't even go to goddamn Music in Motion no more.
Yeah.
These little young whippersnapper, young Thundercats done lost their mind. But then on top of that, you don't give some of these kids don't have no home training. Some do. Some disregard that home training to be cool with the fuckers that don't have no home training just to be down and have that clout. Oh, I roll with such and such.
Right.
I do this and that with such and such. How I know? Because I was that dude. You know what I'm saying? I was that dude. I didn't know nothing about WIC or food stamps, roaches, grimy shit, lights getting cut off and shit. Because no matter what was going on, my moms and pops never let us see that.
So that's one of the things, man, that we don't address. We talk about that a lot. Why the kid that ain't living that life is attracted to it.
It's exciting.
So what sells it? Because you don't know when you on the bus and they on the bus. You don't know that this is their home situation per se. Is it the music? Is it the movies? Like,
no.
What is it that drove that point for you?
For me and for a lot of cats that was like me, it's being on that bus. It's being in that lunchroom. There really are cliques, and this shit starts in school. Intermediate, high school. This when it really starts to crank in. Like, damn. We always had the smart kids. They wasn't into none of that other bullshit. All they did was concentrate on their books. They played their little sports and went home.
Right.
You didn't see them nowhere else. Then you had the cats like me, suburban. We scrap a little. But we never been in that motherfucking goddamn... Oh, how can I say it? We never been in that realm where that shit was real.
Jungle.
The jungle. Hyenas. Crazed monkeys.
Yeah, niggas,
crazy
niggas
shit.
Is cutthroat.
For real. Then you had us that was into that to where our fathers was like, you know what? Mama wasn't into that shit. But Pops was like, you know what? You need that. You need that. You always want your kids to be street smart and book smart equally.
Well rounded. Always.
Always, because it's always fuck black people and hoods and this and that. In the real world, it's way more cutthroat than you will ever know.
Yeah. You got to be able to see them snakes. You got to be able to see them rats. You got to be able to see everything that's coming.
You have to be able to see the flam coming.
Yeah.
So you have to get that indoctrination of that with your peers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when we linked up and we was all kicking it, nobody looked down on nobody or looked up to nobody. Everybody was equal because everybody got a piece of somebody. Right. Whatever you didn't have, your partner had, you copped that from him.
Right.
What he didn't have and what he needed, he copped that from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You actually taught each other. You was a real clan. A wolf pack. Not a gang. We ain't throwing up colors. You was a wolf pack. You was a den.
You was family.
Family.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think that part is the selling point. And now these young cats buying into something that don't exist.
Don't exist.
See, I can play off and say we family. Mm-hmm. But then I see you with 300 and I don't got 300.
I'm going to take that 300 you got.
I'm taking that shit because we ain't family. See, if we was family and you had 300, I know whatever I need, you got me.
Yeah, what you need.
You might even hit me off with something.
Yeah.
Because we at a table, we all going to eat.
Or at least somebody in your clan was going to come up with a lick that everybody got paid and can eat off of.
It's a method. It's a way for the whole family to eat. Because when you go out hunting, you ain't hunting for you to eat because you would stay right there, cook that motherfucker, eat, come home full.
Yeah.
That's not the logic.
No, you
that's
got
not
to feed
the logic
the clan.
of hunting. Hunting is I go out there, do what I need to do, boom. Bring that home. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And everybody earn
Everybody eat. Now, in the midst of breaking that goddamn food down, less get less, more get more, but everybody still eat.
But you play a role for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You bring home that food, goddamn motherfucker gonna cook that. Mm-hmm. They're going to use whatever parts they use for whatever else we need to use it for. You got everybody play a certain part. Depending on how big your role is, it depends on your payout.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works.
Yeah.
But in the end, of course, everybody going to eat.
Yes.
Nah, I ain't say everybody going to eat the same. And that's where jealousy and envy come in.
But you're not going to starve.
But I you know what? One thing I will say is coming from our era, one thing I realized is the cats at the top ate the motherfuckers at the bottom if the top was getting too scarce. If they was getting squeezed, them niggas said, fuck the motherfuckers at the bottom. But at that point, you too far removed to even be a family. Right. We talking about big major organizations.
Right.
So you know what?
You don't get to see them 2 or 3 tiers.
We ain't even got to speak on that because you know what? That big organization going to have me and you at the top because we came up together. We've been family. Mm-hmm. We had other niggas that might have died. They might have fell off, whatever the case may be. But we've been family. Right. Under us, we got other niggas. Them new niggas, it's family. Under them, another family. It's a whole motherfucking tree.
I'm missing my A1s. I just hope these new niggas is shooters. That's the line.
Yeah.
That's the line.
That's crazy though. So in other words, we pretty much find ourselves in a position where we got children growing up looking for something that resembles that street family that can give them that other element that their home family can't, and it doesn't exist.
But a lot of these little young dummies had that. I have sons, grown sons. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of these jackasses coming to pop, this is my situation. How do I navigate this? they go to their dummy ass homeboys.
But you just broke that down.
I don't understand it.
You just broke it down. That's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we ain't thinking about decoding this shit and you just did it. Your pops came and was like, yo, you need that.
Yeah.
He ain't tell you, yo, you can get that from me, because you damn well probably could.
Yeah.
He probably could have showed you the game. You know what I'm saying? Probably did show you the game in some way,
He did,
shape, or form.
but I still had to go in that jungle.
You still had to go in that jungle. And when you went into that jungle, you became who you chose to be.
Yes. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, some motherfuckers got ate up.
Some of it came out clean. It
So
is what it is.
You chose your path once you went into that motherfucker. And that's what we as parents now, The Wire, Weebay. Weebay been a stone cold killer. Weebay's son
wasn't nothing like that. He was a total opposite.
Total opposite.
Pretty boy, soft.
Pretty boy.
Mama's
See him
boy.
coming from a mile away.
Mm-hmm. Only reason you ain't get touched because who your people was.
Because of the reputation of who your people was. So that's just the whole point. We looking at that right now like, I don't understand you, my nigga, because you not going into the jungle the way I did and coming out eating lion and shit. You going into the jungle and getting ate.
Yeah.
And we looking at it and we can't understand for the life of us why our kids going in the jungle and getting ate. That's some deep shit to really grasp or really think about. You know what I'm saying? Because you be like, yo, this the family, this the bloodline, like mine going, you know what I'm saying? Like we true in this one.
Yeah.
And then you see that shit and you like, and you can't understand it, but that's what it is. Everybody gonna go into that shit. And either, that pressure gonna make a diamond or, you just gonna combust, become dust. That shit is, that's some deep shit.
It is deep, man, because, as a father, when you see that baby come out that womb, whether it be C-section or vaginal, you like, yeah, boy, it's on and popping now.
Yeah.
But then, as time goes on, you and that mother, y'all ain't really vibing. You don't know what kind of poison she handling this dude. Chicks want to be friends with their kids. They want to make their kids feel like they're equal to an adult in the house. Man, y'all motherfuckers is weird, man. Me and my kids never been friends. We cool.
Right.
But we ain't friends.
Well, one thing I noticed, man, is same thing you saying, but at the same time, we have situations where, best way to describe it.
How can you describe it when
you
there's
have
a
situations
chick?
where your child makes a decision?
Yeah.
We can listen. Because you done been you dad, right?
Yeah.
And you done been a child. You done heard certain things. You chose to listen to what you wanted to listen.
But when I was coming up, any mistake I made and got reprimanded for or whatever, I never made it twice.
Okay. That's
never.
Once
and,
again.
And that era we came up in, if that era was now, it'd be a whole lot of parents locked up because they saying that's child abuse. Yeah. But when I look back on it, I'd be like, shit, I needed that shit, boy.
But for that time, that might have been what we needed. But at the same time, for that time, that might have been the one key element that made us mess up with our own kids.
I can't speak for nobody else. I can speak for myself. Excuse me. I know how I raised mine.
Right.
And they were raised with sense, manners, this, that, and the third. They had street smarts. They had book smarts.
Right.
But it just seemed like my oldest sons were looking for something extra.
Right.
Like, and this is what I mean. We can be more exciting than our daddy and our uncles.
Yeah. Exactly with my oldest son.
But
you did this?
Yeah.
Watch me.
But there's nothing above that. You can't beat that.
But you making a whole nother point.
You can't beat it.
You making a whole nother point.
That's why I don't tell dudes stories about my era or what we did. Because when you do tell people, they look at you like,
they look at it
as, nigga, you lying.
Or they look at it as glorification. And they say you lying. But that's what the kids is doing. The kids is looking at it like, how the fuck I'm going to be able to talk what this nigga did?
You can't do it.
And then you go out there and try some bullshit and realize you ain't built for that, but you keep running into that shit because
then get caught up and want to call
something.
Then get caught up, want to call pops with that free phone call.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, dog. And then as a father or a parent, you be wanting to tell them, if your stupid ass would have did what the fuck I was telling you to do, you wouldn't be in the boat you're in now. All you had to do was fucking listen.
Yeah.
But then you think back on how you came up. It's certain shit we could have did different if we would have listened.
Yeah.
But, like you say, some of us came out okay.
Ultimately, you make your own choices.
You do.
You
now,
make your own decisions.
I'm just learning. I'm learning as I get older that you can worry about your adult children, but your children are adults. They're going to make their own decisions. There's nothing you can do to save them now. Nothing. After 18, there's nothing you can do to save them.
Yeah. Either you got them in position to do what they need to do,
or they're in a position to make a stupid ass fucking decision and go down that same road you've been had the barriers up for them to go.
Stupid decision is going to happen whether or not, you raise them right or raise them wrong. I always tell people, like, when I be talking to my mom, I be like, listen, Auntie ain't raised her kids, all her boys to go to jail.
Right.
I said, if that's the case, why the girls ain't in jail?
Exactly.
Like, the whole point is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these kids make their own decisions.
Yeah.
You get to a certain age, and some of them, before they get to a certain age,
make
certain decisions and make their move. And, it really ain't nothing you can do about it.
No, but don't call me with the Dear John shit from the goddamn jailhouse and this, that. No, man. Let me tell you something, man. I've been there, man.
Right.
A motherfucker tell you anything they got to tell you or what they need to tell you to get the fuck from behind them walls.
Right.
You understand?
Or even if they ain't behind the walls. If they trying to get back behind your walls, they trying to get into your house.
Anything.
They trying to, get a couple dollars from you. You know what I'm saying?
Man. No.
I done had kids talk about, I got locked up for attempted murder.
You?
So what I do?
Yeah.
Go look it up. Nigga, what kind of you got locked up?
Yeah.
Because they got a record of this shit.
Oh, so you in the same boat I'm in because you have a child that's your fucking namesake.
Yeah.
And when they run shit and they don't use a social security number, everything that name did came up and they looking at you cross. I was accused of a goddamn home invasion on robbery. How? When did this occur? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was at work that day. It's two of us roaming this planet.
Yeah.
That ain't me. You know how hard it is to fight that fucking shit, man?
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to fight that?
Listen, I understand completely. My situation ain't been the same scenario. My situation been a little bit more white collar. Motherfucker go into the store and say he won, sign his name to $800 worth of equipment, and walk the fuck out.
Oh, he used credit. He used daddy credit.
Yeah. Let me fuck up
Classic.
dad. Let me fuck up dad good
Classic.
name. Not the
Classic.
parent putting it in the baby name. Let me be the baby and
we
put
ain't
it
talking
in,
about cable or rent.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
yeah, so like, you know what I'm saying? And you could only get this perspective here. You know what I'm saying, motherfuckers?
And my son got absolved of that. But still, the fact is, when your names is in it, names is in it.
We ain't taking nothing away from, the little ones. It's just the ability to be able to speak on experience because you had it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people out there speaking and talking, and that's kind of what I was getting at with the podcast thing. It's a lot of people that's doing this shit just because they got the ability to record themselves. but they don't really have no experience and don't really have shit to say. You know what I'm saying? We ain't in that position. Like we don't live several lives that motherfuckers pretend to live, and that's one of the reasons why we decided to do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
And that boy, that naming your firstborn after you, I can see why people is getting away from that bullshit.
That shit is for the birds. I'm gonna tell you, because for one, like a motherfucker feel like they gotta live within your shadow.
Yeah, but
it's
supposed to be a symbol though.
It's supposed it was supposed to mean some shit, but instead they made it the meaning. Mm-hmm. The kids made it the meaning to them. Oh, I don't got my own identity. Oh, you name me after you. Why I gotta be little? Motherfucker, you little.
Hey, I'm not gonna front though. That little Ronald shit. That shit
was
used to bother me though. That shit wasn't dope to me.
That shit was dope to me.
Just like don't fucking call me Junior.
Well, let me put it this way. I ain't never been little. But for me to be like,
that's little one.
That's little one.
Yeah.
That shit.
Okay, you know what? I take that back. Because in that aspect of it, little rough.
It was a level of prestige, my nigga.
Yeah.
Now let's be clear. If your daddy ain't in shit, I can see you being like, yo, nigga.
But if your daddy was the shit, my daddy was the shit.
But if your dad been solid and don't
about.
Get it twisted, I don't even care nothing about a nigga like being out in the street, all that shit. If your dad took care of home and he been a man of respect, that shit should mean something.
Yeah.
When he give you that name.
My daddy is the shit. I still got him in my life. I'm almost 50. And I'll call him with some shit right now.
And that shit means something. You see what I'm saying?
Like, I still want his advice, his guidance.
And at the same time, that shit should help you. That shit should help to mold you because you recognize what your people did to build that name. And that's the problem. Motherfuckers don't pay attention to the family name and what they doing to that shit.
Yeah, because when I was growing up, I remember pops, auntie, granny, you are this and that and the third. You shouldn't be doing that or acting like this. You are this.
Yeah.
And they instilled that in us.
It's a level of prestige.
It is. And they instilled that in us. That, I want to say we are like the last generation of kids from the civil rights generation.
Yeah.
Where they put an emphasis on education, how you looked, how you conducted yourself.
You know something? I'm a rock with you, but I'm gonna say something that me and wifey normally talk about.
Talk about it.
Our generation is we are the motherfuckers who take responsibility and build. Mm-hmm. Depending on when your parents was born, our parents was the irresponsible motherfuckers that our kids are now. And their parents was the motherfuckers, and keep in mind, I say depending on when they were born, depending on their age. It ain't to say there ain't no exceptions, but the whole point is this. All right, let me see, what would that be? Grandfather? Mm-hmm. Probably came out of slavery, living in.
I'd say great grandfather.
Okay, so we say grandfather is living heavy in segregation and Jim Crow.
Sharecropping. Not quite slavery, it's the generation
right.
Before.
So they sharecropping. Basically, they are the generation that has the skill, and they the only motherfuckers that got the skill. Mm-hmm. There's no slave labor. And now they're able to build Rosewood, build Black Wall Street,
Lincolnville, South Carolina.
You know what I'm saying? Build these things. They are able to do
St. Helena Island.
So now they look to their kids and they say, I want you to have it better than I had it. So they send them to school or make sure that they get apprenticeships and they get, set up for the future.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But they still living within the constricts, the rules that come with the civil rights movement. Mm-hmm. Then our parents a lot of them have kids, and like I ain't necessarily really wanted to have no kids. You know, we keep in mind it's exceptions to the rule, but let's keep in mind, granddad probably had 10 kids or better. They was raising a certain amount of family. They believed in family. They had a certain ethic.
You know what? I had to look it up, but I knew what it was in my mind. People don't realize that Jim Crow laws didn't end till 1965.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
And then it took another 25 years for it to start to calm down.
Yeah.
So we're talking 75,
and it didn't,
85.
It didn't calm down because they ushered in, they took
new
out Jim
era.
Crow. They ushered in mass incarceration and the war on drugs. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
they just changed
so
the
it
name.
never really ended.
They just changed the name, and it's going on to today. So that's what I'm getting at. If you look at it, our parents came up in the era where the crack baby was invented because they started doing those drugs that was put in the community.
My parents ain't in from that era.
Depending on your parents' age. If your parents are grown in the 70s and 80s, your parents are a part of all of that shit that started going on.
My parents were grown in the 60s and 70s.
So that's my point, depending on your parents' age.
I'm a mid 70 baby.
So put it this way. My parents' generation, because we going long on this, so let me make my point. My parents' generation.
Man, we rocking.
My parents' generation came up in an era where drugs hit the street. You started selling drugs. And you started pushing drugs into the community. The community started reacting to the drugs. Some people started getting money, started getting rich.
Some people started
using and going on a decline. And, you know, their household was, you know, that's when you had the low stink kids coming to school because they ain't have no parents to wash clothes and do shit like that. They'd sell anything that they could sell, including their kids' clothes. Then, because we grew up in that environment, we then usher back to the grandparents saying, we got to make a better way for our kids. We can't have our kids growing up in a home where we strung out on drugs or where we selling drugs as a means of support. So we started working and going to college and doing this and
but
doing
that shit still was going on when we was coming up.
It still was going on, but my point is,
we had them homeboys and homegirls like that.
We recognized what was wrong.
That lived through that.
See, one generation was introduced to it all. They didn't know by doing crack, I'm gonna be a crackhead. They was introduced to it. They didn't know the government was pumping these guns into the community for us to kill ourselves. By the time they found all of this stuff out, they had been killing each other, done made each other dope fiends, done been drug dealers and ain't have no life skills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you usher in our generation. We seen what happened to their generation.
It was like,
so
fuck
we adjusted fire. You see what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna get a job. All right, I'm gonna do this. All right, if I'm a hustle, my girl gonna be a nurse. If I'm a hustle. You know what I'm saying?
We wearing African medallions and
we flipped the script. So now we have our kids
who like,
and we back on
y'all.
We back on the level of our grandparents where we I want to make sure. I want to make sure that my kids have what I didn't have.
Excuse me.
And have opportunities that I didn't have. So we start giving the motherfuckers everything we could give them. Boom, I'm going to make sure you got these.
And it was
make sure you got these. Then
disastrous.
History repeated itself.
Because they didn't have to
the
struggle.
The motherfuckers are selfish. Motherfuckers are strung out. You see what I'm saying?
And we say strung out. Because that pill popping and that designer drug shit.
You strung out.
You strung the fuck out.
And that's what it is. So if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Generational history repeated itself. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the hardworking parents. They like, boom, let me give my kids everything I ain't have. Let me give them all the opportunities I ain't have. Then that generation says, boom, I was given everything. Everything was about me. I got everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
fuck you.
They didn't pay no attention to their kids. So the kids got the short end of the spoon. Now our generation, boom. All right, motherfuckers is like, damn, my parents ain't really give me too much shit. You know what I'm saying? They did the best they could. But in reality, they didn't do the best they could because they didn't know no better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do better than them. Yeah. Now we give everything to ours.
Boom.
Now we got the millennials who fuck y'all niggas.
Weirdos.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do what I want to. It's about me. It's about my life. So it took a long time to get to that point, but fuck it. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like that. So now the question stands, right? Because we done went away from just scratching and barely surviving. Motherfuckers is thriving, and even on a middle class level, you can own some shit and have some shit for yourself. So now niggas is going to therapy and getting their mental health right for all the shit that was done wrong to them. You know what I'm saying? In their life and healing and shit.
Yes.
So how do we break away from this bullshit that we got to grab a hold?
We got to grab a hold of them grandbabies. That's real. We got to.
I just thought about that shit, dog. Christmas time, I ain't even get to see the little one. I ain't seen the little one.
But that goes back to what you were saying. Our kids are selfish.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of grandbabies. I don't see them niggas.
Crazy.
They know where the fuck I'm at. They know my number.
Crazy.
They don't call and say, Papa, da da da. I don't see my grandbabies. And I got 5 of them motherfuckers. But hey, you know what? I ain't worried about their churn. I got my own churn.
Yeah.
I got my new babies to worry about.
Yeah.
But that's still foul because I remember coming up, going to my mama Bertha house. That was my great grandmother. See, I grew up with generations of my family. On my mother's side more than my father's side because it was a lot of assassinations and backstabbing and whole shit that went on my father's side of the family. But my mother's side of the family, we had generations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My cousins, right now, my cousin's grandmother is my aunt. My great aunt, my great aunt. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah.
My cousin's grandmama is my aunt. So we have generations like that around here. But you would never know it because I had to come up by myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no super big cousins that was already goddamn Liddy or Super G. Them niggas was out here getting slapped the fuck off and all kind of shit. I was by myself. I had to make a name for myself. You know, I can't stand it. I hated it.
It was all me, baby. I had to do that shit.
I had to do that shit, nigga. I had to fight gauntlets of niggas, man. Y'all understand me? Ain't nobody gave me nothing, man. I had to earn all this shit, man. I had to earn it, man. Seriously, man. Y'all boys playing, man. I had to earn this shit, man. That's why I talk shit. Because I earned it. And niggas know I did. All the fights and scraps I had to do. Niggas slapping me. You know what I'm saying? Before I knew what I was and who I was. Motherfuckers trying to slap me. One motherfucker did slap me. But I got him back. You know, but still. That shit happened. Man, fuck y'all. How about that? 93 octane.
Word.
But this real talk though, man. We just talking life experiences and just trying to give y'all real shit, man.
That's what you get here.
Yeah, man. We ain't blowing smoke up your ass or trying to be cute. This just, man, we be talking about some weird shit. We talking about some real shit. Let's record this shit. Put it out. Let's do it.
Word.
This is what we talk about off camera if I'm at his house, he making something, mixing down something, got harmony in the studio or something, we talking. If he over here with me and I'm doing something, we talking. This is what we talk. This is what we talk about. Real life, man. Real life.
That's what it's all about, man.
Man.
With this new year, man, like I don't do the new year, new me situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't my style, and I don't rock with people who do the new year, new me situation. My whole thing is you was who you was when you got here. So, you know what I'm saying? The whole point is you got to either realize your potential and make it happen, or, you know, lay in the dirt like you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So you strive to do better or you don't. You know, that's your choice. For me, I strive to do better in everything that I'm doing.
Always be better than you was the day before.
So y'all can look for more for us. Look for more hustle, more grind. You know, more opportunities coming. You see the episodes getting longer. You know what I'm saying? So that means we giving y'all more content. You know what I'm saying? And
so we Master P-ing. We giving y'all a double album for a single CD price.
We giving the people more for their money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So
well, that's the case. Y'all better be on the lookout for the Somerville Dome.
I want y'all to recognize what we doing, man, and grow with us and respect it, and let us allow us the room to grow and be who we need to be. I know we ain't necessarily talking about no current events or what's in pop culture, but sometimes we will. Sometimes we will.
Listen, the one thing I seen recently, the little 88,000 Charlotte Bank of America bandit.
Oh yeah, that shit was
crazy.
And I go back to some shit we already talked about. See what I'm saying? We just had an episode where we talked about motherfuckers on the internet. On the internet doing some shit.
The nigga jacked 88 grand from a bank vault and was posting. Overtime.
Shit.
It was genius. This nigga was posting them. Oh, y'all niggas is crazy.
Can't help but snitch on this stuff.
Man, listen, man. Man, if you got a gal or you got a guy that all they do is post y'all little life on Facebook on some goddamn always happy shit, y'all flam. How about this? Post the bad shit with the good shit. How about post when he bucks your ass off? How about post when you catch him slipping in his phone? That's reality. But y'all doing that Leonardo DiCaprio Titanic shit, hugging up, living in the sun and all that bullshit. Man, fuck y'all, man.
I don't know, man. I post a whole lot of shit.
Nah, man, that's different.
But
man.
See, I don't do that. Though.
See where you going at. Why you?
I'm just saying. I get what you're saying. I get your.
You
point.
know what the fuck I'm talking.
I get your point 100%, motherfucker.
I'm not talking about posting your significant other's brand.
Yeah, my whole thing is.
I'm talking about that flam shit.
I'm gonna add to what you said, because all he's saying is, it's a process. In order for you to get to that Leonardo DiCaprio shit,
you got to go through
y'all
that
niggas
bullshit.
Arguing before y'all even got on the plane because you wanted the goddamn, you wanted him to get the bag together. He wanted you to get the bag together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted him to take the trash out, and goddamn, he didn't feel like that shit. He was trying to finish watching the game.
Or my favorite shit of all time. Does the shower curtain lining go inside the shower or outside the shower?
That's still a debate in my house.
Where do you think I get this shit from? That's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I know that.
Because I thought about it. The motherfucking shower liner goes inside. It keeps the water from going outside.
Right up the goddamn flow. But see, that makes too much sense. Shout out to wifey.
Shout out to homie.
That makes too much sense. You
Melissa
know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So I compromise.
Oh,
man. When the motherfucker dry, it can go outside.
Yeah.
As soon as you get ready to use that motherfucker, put it inside.
If you got a shower curtain,
right,
and a liner, that's the clear plasticky shit.
That liner goes inside.
The liner goes inside the tub cavity because it keeps the water from going on to the floor.
Grown men out there understand this argument. They understand this conversation. Y'all got a stupid ass conversation that you be going
everybody
back and forth
do,
with
man.
Your old lady with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it come down to.
Oh, nigga. Why you know another classic one? I know we going over time, but another classic one is, oh, nigga, why you don't dry the dishes and after you wash them and just put them up? Why the fuck do you leave them in the sink thingy? You gotta let them air dry.
Yeah.
You when they dry, I'm gonna put them up.
Simple.
God damn. I'm not trying to draw no critters.
That's why they got the little shit under it where the
water drains into the sink. Oh my God.
Sense, my nigga.
It makes too much sense.
You know what I'm saying?
That might be the next. That might be the next one.
That's what it is.
It makes too much sense.
It makes too much sense.
Listen, it makes too much sense. That might be the next show.
Yeah, man.
This shit here make too much sense.
Yeah.
That's why they fucking going flaky. Now we ain't perfect.
That's why
I'm not perfect.
Though.
But God damn.
They love motherfuckers being themselves. They hate them, but they love them. They love to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Because they love to watch people being genuine and they know they can't. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. Like, you go at a genuine motherfucker, but you will watch them every day because you like the fact that the motherfucker's genuine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to. Listen, it's been another great episode, man.
Y'all are weird.
This is New Year. I hope y'all out there doing new things or continuing the new things that you started last year.
We're starting a fan club. We're going to have Dakota rings, calendars. We're going to have raffles. You know, I'm serious.
Whatever you need.
Y'all might think I'm joking.
Whatever you need, we got you. You know
I'm serious. Because I see some niggas respond to some shit we talked about last episode, and then I know you had just posted that episode, but yet I was like, okay, so you watching. You don't acknowledge it. You don't like it. You don't do nothing. But you let me know you watching. Because I see what the fuck you saying. That's cool, though. Thank you. Thank you. It's a difference between Kellogg's Corn Flakes and Great Value Corny Flakes.
And we love the support. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been moving up and y'all been staying down. Yeah. We don't want y'all to stay down, though. We want y'all to move up, too. But y'all, we can't help where y'all want to be. That's the moral of this story. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't raise these motherfucking kids.
No, you can't. Also, it takes years.
Get that
it
whack
takes
juice
years
off you.
To get that whack drip juice off you. Don't fuck with us. You keep that nigga over there.
Word. With that being said, people, we out. Big, black, and unsuccessful. New Year, same old bullshit. You already know what it is. We out.